Hi everybody, and here we are again. My name is Tiara Jinka, and today our focus is a career path. We are going to talk in depth about what it takes to be a cosmetologist, and then briefly about what it takes to be a doctor, because I am on the journey to be a doctor, but have already went through the process to be a cosmetologist. Growing up, we are all asked as adolescents and even into our adult years, what do we want to be? So my question is to you, Aaron. What do you want to be when you grow up?
An entrepreneur in the automotive industry.
Trey?
Basketball player.
And Jayla?
An embalmer.
Those are all great things. Well, when I was growing up, I wanted to be a hairstylist. So with that, anytime anybody ever asked me what I wanted to be, I always said I wanted to go to Jean Morez Academy, and then I was going to work at Jean Morez. And for the most part, that's exactly what I did. The process to becoming a cosmetologist, the first step is you have to graduate high school or get a GED to enter a program. There is a various of different programs in the state of Washington. You have Evergreen Beauty College, you have Tent Cosmetology School, you have Jean Morez Academy, you have Gary Manuel, you have the Veda Institute. All these schools have the same common focus, which is getting your cosmetology license, but they go about it in different ways. I specifically know how Jean Morez goes about it. You take a series of different classes. Your first class is design, which is tailored to haircuts and styling and such. Your second class is technical, which is about color, and so you learn about the color wheel, you learn about how to lift hair, how you do highlights, corrective colors, and then third was kind of like an elective. You learned about manicures, facials, waxing, creative hairstyles, which is really fun. It was definitely a break from design and technical. And then further on, you then go onto the floor where you then to perform on actual guests that get a discounted price, and your teacher or supervisor looks over you as you do an X amount of haircuts. If I can remember correctly, we had to do maybe like 60 haircuts. We had to do a certain amount of foils. We had to do a certain amount of perms. We even had to do a certain amount of pedicures and manicures. From there, you are on the floor for about 6 months, and then after that, you move on to the state boards class. The state boards is what is between you and your license once you're done with school. So after you have completed your 1,600 hours, which is about a year and a half time, you then have to go take a written and practical test. The written is about 100 questions regarding all things hair, especially about sanitation. Sanitation is like super big. And then you go on to the practical, where you do 4 to 5 different things regarding hair. It's applying color, or it's setting the hair with a curling iron, just making sure you don't burn people's hairlines, knowing to leave like a half an inch to an inch out when you're doing color, so you don't over process their hair. And you have to get at least a 75%, or no, actually, I'm sorry. Actually, you have to get an 80% in both tests to then receive your cosmetology license. After you receive your cosmetology license, you're home free. You get to start your life in the beauty industry, and so then you go and seek out jobs. But a little side note to what most people don't know about being a hairstylist is cosmetology school is the bare minimum of knowledge. You really don't learn how to become into your own and really become a great cosmetologist until you start taking jobs and doing advanced training. The first thing I did was open a salon, and I learned a lot about myself and really what it takes to be a hairstylist. It wasn't until I actually followed my ultimate dream and going to work at Jean Morez is where I got my advanced training, which was another additional 6 months where I really learned about color, where I really learned how to style hair, and it made me the hairstylist that I am today. Going back to why being a doctor is tied into this. When I was in beauty school, I was pregnant and I had a son, so I really found an interest in becoming a doctor because I had a rare disease called hyperemesis, and no doctor that treated me could really sympathize with what I was going through. So I'm currently back in school, following that journey to become a doctor, while still being able to do something that I love to do while going to school. Becoming a doctor, you have to go through a series of prereqs. You either get a degree in some kind of science, whether it's biology, chemistry, or physics. So right now, I want to get an associate's in science and biology, where I have to take a series of chemistry classes. It's about 6, and then I have to take a series of biology classes, and from there I will transfer to somewhere and get my bachelor's in biology, and then from there I will start to apply to medical school, crossing my fingers I get into UW Medical School because I have kids, so I need to stay here. And then from then on, I would go to medical school for an additional 3 years. I am at the beginning stages of this, but it's something I'm working hard and working towards and continue to do so. But those were my career choices in life. I hope that everybody finds their true passion in their career, and I hope that you found my career exciting because it's something different every day, and I love what I do. Thank you.